Okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome to day 500,000 million. Who feels like we've been in this class for a whole month?
Yeah, it's wild.
So, we're going to finish up with the manual today and then see what else pops for everybody. And look at all these things we went over. Okay, so basics, right and wrong. I believe we have done it. Oh, maybe not.
No, we didn't actually.
Oh, okay, great, perfect. And how about the creation? No. 4 questions. Okay, questions. I think we have receiving, knowing, being. No. Okay. Humanoids, humans, and techies. No. Okay. Cool. Okay, so the first part. Okay. So right and wrong. What we've discovered is that people look for the reason why they choose something or for the justification of why they choose something, as though the reason and justification is why you can't choose. As though you can't choose without the reason and justification for why you choose what doesn't work. So what jails are you using to create the dominance of E equals MC squared, as always seeing that which you choose as right or wrong to determine what you can't choose as your future, which eliminates the choice of possibilities you actually are you choosing? And everything that is times the godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and powerful, nine truths, sports, and beyond. Okay. So the only choice you have if you're doing right or wrong is to live in judgment. So anything where you're categorizing things into right, wrong, good, bad, this reality, non-reality, it's all some form of judgment. Living in a world of judgment is not your world. It's a reality we adopted as though it's ours, and we have been taught to be that way because everybody else is. We learn through watching other people and seeing, they have a reason and they justify everything that they're choosing. Is that really late for anyone? No? How many of you have known you are not like anybody else, but you keep trying to prove that you are? And everything that is times the godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, Panabak, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. And this is why the first 2 words are right and wrong. So it's getting rid of all the places energetically where you're putting things into a right or a wrong or a good or a bad. Yay, we're all here.
Sorry for the delay.
It's okay. The difference you are is not right, it's not wrong, it's just who you are. This is the beginning, to break the place where you look for the right and the wrong, and to begin to embrace the place of, and what is this going to create? And what is this? What will this choice create? Instead of, I'm going to do this because it's right, and never looking at what future you're going to create, you're going to look at, okay, what will this choice create? What future am I creating with this choice? So am I creating a greater future for myself, for my family, for the planet? Or am I just following everything because that's what everyone's doing? Like it could be like you're choosing what everybody is choosing as right because that's going to make things easier for you. And that's still a choice. And that's looking at what a choice will create instead of automatically thinking, right, this is the choice.
Can we
Fourth
clear that?
sources.
That just brought up a lot of stuff for me.
Okay. What jails are you using to create the dominance of E equals MC squared, as always seeing that which you choose as right or wrong to determine what you can choose as your future, which eliminates the choice of possibilities you actually truly are you choosing? And everything that is time for God, Celine will either destroy and uncreate it all, please. Right,
Yes.
wrong, good, bad, false, all nine truths, voice, and beyond. How many of you have known you are not like everybody else, but you keep trying to prove that you are? And everything that is times for God, Cillian, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, quantum clock, all nine shorts, voice, and beyond. So,
Thank you. Wow, that was a big one.
yeah, I actually found a really cool section here. Well, let's see if there's anything on right and wrong here. I like, this is my new favorite thing to do now, going through the reference material. There's so much really cool stuff. Right and wrong. It doesn't look like it's a section on here, so it must be a new section. Or it must be a section that's been in Foundation since the beginning of time.
Yeah, I can imagine they just never took it out.
Yeah. Okay. So there is something really cool that I found. It's on creating financial awareness and also well, committing to your living past a little bit. Okay, let's see if I can find it.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, Fleur.
I just finished Reiki course today.
Oh, how does it get any better?
Exactly. It was very interesting, very nice. It was a huge contribution. Like I could feel the energy of foundation in the course totally. You guys were there for facilitating with me. They all got the "Who Does This Belong To" challenge, Annie. Thank you.
There was something we got too, and I'm wondering if we can. Okay, maybe it's not. Okay, so it's not showing up. So I will just see if we can go to that. Jason, do you have any more questions about the right or wrong?
Sorry, a call came in.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
missed
fine.
like the past like 30 seconds.
Okay.
What you said, questions about right or wrong?
Yes. Anything else coming up?
Not at the moment, no.
So, I can't find the section I'm looking for, but since we're here, let's just see. What if you were treated the way you should have been treated, not the way that you were? Everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. This is cool. Write down 3 things that are so important to you that if you didn't have them, you would see no reason to continue living. Okay. Can anybody come up with 3 now?
Three things or 3 qualities?
3 things that are so important to you that if you didn't have them, you would see no reason to continue living. So it could be qualities, it could be actual things.
Okay. Freedom, for me, is freedom.
Okay.
1. Joy and communion. Community,
Okay.
I would say. Community, no, communion, I know it's different, but the community in sense of, yeah, I think community.
Okay. Cool. Anybody else?
I've got 2 so far. I'm not sure about a third one yet. But one would be dance, and the other would be like, yeah, connection, other humans.
Okay. So everything that brought up or let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. So there's 2 things. I always say 2 things. You can, continue to use that as a way to kind of motivate you to keep choosing. Or you can actually destroy and uncreate everywhere you've created that as one of your requirements for living. So if you're the only person on the planet in a body, will you just give up on living? So everything that brings up. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, it depends if I can still dance.
Okay.
Well, what if there's no music? I'm just saying.
It's not necessarily required.
Yeah. Okay, so everything that brought up or let down, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. Okay, so big choices, small choices. None of your limitations are true. They're all just choice. Nothing is predetermined. Nothing is set in concrete. Everything we choose creates. Choice creates. The choice you make today determines the future you will achieve, you will create when the universe has time to rearrange itself to match your choice. As you choose, so do you create. The choices you make today will create your future. So choice is the beginning of creation. Everything else is actualization. What this will create in and as the future. If you decide that you're going to build a house, is that a judgment, a decision, a computation, or a conclusion? It isn't a question. So you decide to build a house, and that decision requires you to create a whole lot of your future based on that decision. So this is where most people aren't willing to see what kind of future they are going to create by the choice they make. You choose to build a house now. What choices do I have for completion, possibility, and other choices? Most people, once they make a decision to do something, create it as the limitation they will not overcome. So whatever the cost, I will get this done. I will build this house. There is a different possibility if you function from choice. There are two kinds of choices, big choices and little choices. A little choice is falling in love with someone. A big choice is marrying them. If you marry somebody, it includes the other person's family, friends, and everybody who is connected to that in a way which results, in which it has a result in their life. So indulge in a choice. When you have a big choice, indulge in it, get the energy of it, live as if you have already made that choice for the next 3 days. Okay, so be willing to look at how your choices will create your future. Okay, and then also indulge in the not choosing of that. So you get a difference, and one will be lighter. What creation are you using to invoke and perpetrate the small choices as the right, good, perfect, correct, and best choices you are choosing? And everything that is time for God's willing, the way to destroy and create it all, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and plot, all night, church, boys, and beyond. Every choice you make creates something. What are you creating that you're not aware of? What stupidity are you using to create the avoidance, elimination, and invalidation of the world-changing, life-changing, reality-changing choices you could be choosing, are you choosing? And everything that is time for God's willing, will you destroy and create it all, please. Okay.
Can you speak a little about sadness and joy? I don't know if I missed that, but
Oh, okay.
if you don't mind, I just caught my
Yeah.
attention.
Okay. So how many of you are trying to see, I'll read the clearings for this one because they're really great. How many of you are trying to see how sad you can, how many of you are trying to see how you can change the sadness of the world by being sadder? Or by being sad so you can understand the sadness that everybody else is sadding? It's meant to be a joke. Everything that is time for God's billion and everything that doesn't allow you to recognize the sadness, that sadness is a choice people choose and like and will not let go of, no matter how much of it you try to take away. And they like it just as much as anger. Everything that is, will you destroy and create it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, fuck, all nine, shirts, boys, and beyonds. Okay. That was really long, but I think I have to read it again. There's quite a bit of energy.
That is a good one.
How many of you are trying to see how you can change the sadness of the world by being sadder? Or by being sad so you can understand the sadness that everybody else is sadding? Everything that is time for God's billion and everything that doesn't allow you to recognize that sadness is a choice people choose and like and will not let go of, no matter how much of it you try to take away. And they like it just as much as anger. Everything that is, will you destroy and create it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. And how many of you have misidentified and misapplied joy as sadness? So it's flipped. So when your level of joy increases, guess what happens? You get sadder and you cry. When in actuality, what you really want to do is to laugh your ass off in front of people. Everything that is time for God's billion, will you destroy and create it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. And for how many of you, it's actually more correct in this reality to cry than to laugh your ass off. So everything that brings up right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. How many of you have used tears to hide happiness. And everything that is times a godzillion, latest shown and created all please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, rock, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. When you open up to that space where you're bigger than you've ever been before, how many of you go back to a reference point so you don't have to expand into the unknown, the undefined you, so that you have a way of defining you and figuring out who you are again, and whatever your default is for figuring out you again. So everything that is, times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, rock, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. So it's like you've already had all of this change. Now you're trying to compare it to how you were in the past and kind of choosing a little bit of that so that you're not changing as much as you could actually be changing. And everything that brings up, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, rock, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. So where's the joy? What would it take for you? So we can do this. Everybody want to say this for their name. So I'll do the example. What would it take for me to Annie-ize myself and everything that doesn't allow that to show up? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, rock, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. So if you have a sense of something you like to do, or a moment where you're totally present and you've been totally joyful, and there's somebody with you who is also totally present and you're totally present with them. So that's like the feeling, that's the sensation, that's the sense of Annie-icing or Patrick icing or Jason icing or Floor icing or everybody, Erica icing, Jazz icing, everybody else. That's what icing is. So here's the question. Who wants to start? There you go.
I can start. I was reading the explanation below. It makes sense. What it would take for me to floorize myself, floorizing, floor. Everything that doesn't allow that show up, I will now destroy and discreate. Right or wrong, good or bad, fuck and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Next.
Okay, you get to choose who goes next.
Oh, I got to choose. Patrick,
Yes.
He's underneath me, so you go.
What would it take for me to Patrickize myself? Everything that doesn't allow that to show up, well, I destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds.
Okay, so you get to pick the next person.
Jason, are you ready?
Yeah. What would it take for me to Jasonize myself? Everything that doesn't allow that to show up, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds.
Okay, you get to choose who goes next.
Okay, Erica, you're next.
Okay, what would it take for me to Ericaize myself? Everything that doesn't allow that to show up will destroy and create it all. Right and wrong, good and bad and pack, all nine shirts, boys and bands.
Okay, and then
Jasmine.
yes.
What would it take for me to Jasminize myself? Everything that doesn't allow to show up. Will you destroy and create it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, bad and back, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Okay, cool. So after that, do you feel a little lighter, more expansive? So I know there's a few people who are actually saying that there's times when it's hard to choose. So what if you use this clearing before you start choosing? And then start having the energy of what actually makes you feel happy and alive and joyful and present. So I just posted it, pasted it in the chat. Okay, so okay, I'm just looking at this one place. We haven't done that, did we? The elements of create. Oh, we haven't. So we have quite a bit that we can go through. This support.
Can we do the environmental sensitivity clearings?
Yes. Okay. So this was actually taken out of the foundation, but it works amazingly. So if you have so when I first started traveling, I used to have a lot of environmental sensitivity, like hives, rashes, every time I go to a different place. And I have been running like these clearings every time I travel. So that first year when I did a lot of traveling, it actually changed everything. So now I don't even have to. Like everything's pretty amazing. So how many feelings, relational digitizations, and Archimedean spirals are you using to create the environmental sensitivity you are choosing? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nitrous, boys, and beyond. And what have you made so vital, valuable, and real about the orders of environmental sensitivity that keeps you from the chaos of being able to enjoy everything you experience beyond the extent of normal reality? Everything that brings up, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. Yes, we can go over the sleep also. So
Yeah, can you copy and paste those?
yeah. I think this is the one where I can copy and paste. Yes. Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't look very pretty when I paste. Okay, so sleep. If your mind is going, you're picking up on other people's thoughts and you're having trouble sleeping, you can run. What energy, space, and consciousness can my body and I be that would allow us to sleep, slumber, rest, and relax with total ease? And everything that doesn't allow that, times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. How many relational digitizations am I using to avoid the sleep I could be choosing? And everything that brings up times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. What energy, space, and consciousness can my body and I be to awaken totally revitalized, rested, and energized with total ease? And everything that doesn't allow that, time for that zillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. And this is great, the last one, for when you wake up, what feelings are you avoiding to create the tiredness and need to sleep you are choosing? And everything that brings up times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and fuck, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. Okay, so this one is not allowing me to copy and paste for some reason. No, okay. Sorry about that. There's health problems. So these are, oh, we could go over some of these health problems. How many feelings, relational digitizations, and Archimedean spirals are you using to lock in health problems you are choosing? Everything that brings up or lets down, we destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Health problems are the points of order we create. Order is how you kill a body. We have to kill our bodies in order to get out of our bodies, in order to be the death knell we have chosen. So, what have you made so vital, valuable, and real about the order of dying appropriately and on time that keeps you from the chaos of total creation of your body every moment of every day for the entirety of your life, and choosing to die at will and choice? Everything that is, time for that zillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, self-talk, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. And if you have someone with a health problem, see if I can do this. Okay. What energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to eliminate and eradicate the source points for the creation of, let's say, diabetes with total ease? Everything that doesn't allow that, time for that zillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, talk, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. So every health problem you have is something you created. You have to ask, what do I love about creating this problem? And everything that brings up, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, talk, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. And how much chaos would I have to instill to make this diabetes or whatever it is go away? And everything that brings up, time for that zillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and talk, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond.
Annie, can you explain the difference between, what is it? Chaos and what is it? I forgot what the word is.
Order?
Yeah.
Order versus chaos, chaos versus havoc?
Yes.
Okay.
Or was that already discussed?
I don't think so. Yeah, they don't really explain a lot of things in the new foundation. It's pretty short. So order is, it's ordered. Everything has a spot. It has to be done a certain way, and there's an order. There's some linearity. There's a set way that something has to be. Chaos, or instilling chaos, is being the question. When you ask a question is actually an algorithmic interrupt. So when you ask a question, you're interrupting that order and you're instilling something different. So it doesn't mean that it's all like, oh, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying, wow, what you just said.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't mean that it's crazy and there's no logic to it. You could still have logic within chaos. And the difference between chaos and havoc is chaos is actually the energy of creation. And it's the energy of the universe. And havoc is a little bit of the energy of anti-consciousness. So
Kind of like a messy house, right?
yes. So if you take a look at Gary and Dane's house, there's a certain level of chaos because there's like, all of a sudden there's like a furniture here with the furniture there. There's like, they have a, let me see if I can find it and I'll post it in, but they have a picture, I mean, a statue of a monkey, like, and it's life size. It's like a full size. It looks like a man, but it's a monkey. So that's like totally out in left field, but for some reason it fits into their house. Okay, now envision a hoarder house. Not if you've seen a
Well,
TV show in the United States called Hoarder. You know, piles and piles of everything. And, you know, it's all the things that the people who live in that house can't get rid of because they're controlled, basically have this, I guess, mental disorder where they have to keep hoarding all of these things. Okay, there's actually a section in another manual on hoarding. So let me take a look at that and read it out loud. It's actually like to do it. So let
Someone explain what
me find really
hoard
quickly.
means. Hoarder?
Yes, 13. Oh, so page 13. It's on a different manual, but hoarding is when you hang onto everything and let go of nothing from what you need, require, and desire. It's anything that you gather or bring into your life that you're not willing to let go of. So these people who have hoarder houses, they hang on to every single thing.
Cloggering, like decluttering?
Decluttering.
Decluttering. That's when you
Yes.
take.
Yes. But these people have been hoarding for years and years, and they have like food from like 1990s that they still have in their house, and it's just like there, and it's underneath all of the piles of other things that they're collecting. So that's the energy of havoc. And chaos has the energy of creation. Okay, so let me read all the hoarding clearings. Okay, so what choices are you hoarding that keep you from perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving the infinite possibilities that are available to you with ease and joy and glory? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shirts, boys and beyond. If you are a basic hoarder, the first thing you will do is you hoard all the greatness of you from everybody else. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right,
Yes.
wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shirts, boys and beyond. How many of you are hoarding the relationship you currently have as though if you lose it, you won't have more, which is limiting what you currently have? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shirts, boys and beyond. Jared says yes. How much are you hoarding the relationships you currently have as though if you lose them, you will no longer have anybody else to make wrong, which will never again allow you to be right? Are you choosing? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and create it all, please?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shirts, boys and beyond. So this is obviously from a relationship. So the new relationships on different manual. Okay, so okay. I'm just trying to find something really quick. Okay, and if you're in the foundation, chat on Telegram, I'm sending the monkey picture. So if you look at it, there's like so much going on. And let me see if I can. So this is Gary and Dane's house. So you can see there's a lot going on, but it's all chaos energy. So
It's
everything in the house contributes. Yes.
It's hard to see. I'm sorry because you're sharing the screen. If you can, if you,
Yeah.
it's okay.
I'll
Yeah, we
stop
have
share.
another one, at least.
So it's also in the chat thread if you.
Mm.
But they have a lot of things going on in the house. But every single thing in that house is a contribution to Gary's life and living, Dane's life and living, and everybody around it. Okay. All right, and I just added you in. Okay. So Jason, I just added you. Okay.
Is this
If you
supposed
have,
to be blank? Because I see
what's that?
nothing.
Leave it and then try, like
Okay, yeah.
okay, are you able to see the past chat?
No, I'll just wait. Or I'll restart it. Not a problem.
Here, I'll send you the link. And then that way you can just, you can send it to everyone else too. So you can leave it and then add yourself again. Okay. So for migraines, if you have a migraine or you have a client who has a migraine, you can try the migraine process. And that's how many feelings, relational digitations, and Archimedean spirals for the creation of migraines have you locked into the microbial membrane as the source of the artificial intensity and invention for what you cannot change. And everything that is time for that zillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all 9 shirts, boys, and beyond. Okay. I wonder why I can't find it. There's something here that
What do you
came up. Something about the cost of living. It was really awesome.
Could you talk about bipolar, please?
Okay. So let's see.
And try pressing Control F.
Yeah, it's not working because I don't know, the computer's a little.
Okay.
I'll try it again later. Okay, so let's go to, yeah. Bipolar is the extreme level of dichotomy where you don't allow yourself to have a future reality. So if someone is bipolar or grows up around someone with bipolar, they think that having a body makes them non-existent. So a bipolar person has a conflictual universe in which they are non-existent with their body. They don't recognize that they exist at all, which is weird. They are in conflict with their body at all times. They are in conflict with the universe. They are in conflict with the positive, and they are in conflict with the negative. They are neither positive or negative. They just don't exist. The manic state is a certain extent how they try to be them when they choose this. The conflict, this idea that the high state is a place they go to become conscious. There's no place that you go to become conscious. You just are or are not. That's how we get these weird points of view. By defending the idea that it's the state we go to. It's not a state. It's a being we have that's available to us, and it's available all the time. When they get to that high place, they feel like they're more them, but they can't maintain it. If you're being you, you can maintain it and you just be it with ease. Okay, so how many of you have created an extreme dichotomous reality that does not allow you to have a future reality? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and fuck, all 9 shirts, boys and beyond.
This has
How many?
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
This has any relation to the commitment with the being, as we were talking about yesterday?
Committing to being?
Yeah, because he said here, it's like the person bipolar look like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So
So
if there is something to that.
okay.
Not committing.
It's basically there's the 2 states. There's the depressed, and then there's the manic, and then there's the in between. So bipolar is in between, and in order to keep it.
I was diagnosed bipolar, although I don't believe it.
So in order to keep that bipolar state, they have to either go to one extreme or the other extreme, or they're on drugs. And on drugs, you're just there in the middle, and you're not really existing. You're not being you. So what have you chosen? What feelings have you made vital and valuable and real that keep you going from one manic state to the other depressed state, and never to the actual state of being that you could be? And everything that brings up, right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, all 9 shirts, boys and beyond. Okay, so have you stopped committing to your being at some point? And is that when you became diagnosed?
I'm not sure if I have stopped committing with my being or if I never really was committed.
Okay. So have you stopped being committed to your being in this lifetime or a different lifetime?
In this
When
life.
babies come in, there's no separating their body from their being. They just are. They who they be. So
I think I missed the first part. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
when a baby is born, there's some exclusions to that, and that's if a baby has a mother who is addicted to drugs like cocaine or alcohol, then they have a specific syndrome, and they're actually closer to a bipolar, like an adult bipolar, than they are to a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's specific things. But most babies, when they're born, they are already being. They're being, and there's no. That's why when they study the baby's brains, there's like no discernment of like what's sleep, what's not sleep, what's real, what's not real. Everything is all oneness. And when you kind of remember how it was to be a child and to be a baby, you just have like, it's so different than how our brains integrate and take in all in the information now. So at what age did you begin to separate from your being? And stop
12,
being committed?
and
Okay. And what was that?
you
12
asked
and
age that I remember. The number came in 12 years old.
okay. So did you make a choice to never be committed to your being again? Something else? Or did you buy it from someone else?
I bought it from someone else.
Okay. So one of the things that I think they said it on here, like if you have a parent who had bipolar or someone who you grew up with, then you start to take it on for them. So is that what you've done?
Yes.
Okay. So everywhere you've bought that you had to be bipolar in order to care for that person, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shirts, bliss, and beyond. And everywhere that you bought being bipolar, will you destroy and uncreate it and return to sender with consciousness attached? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shirts, bliss, and beyond. And all the commitments you have to never being committed to your being and your life and living, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pun and pock, all nine tricks, bliss, and beyond. Okay, just give me a second. I have to, internet is being a little bit unstable. Okay. Okay, cool. So what would it take for you to actually be committed to your living and to your being and to your life? And this is for everybody. Right, wrong, good, bad, popak, all nine shirts, voice, and beyond. Okay. Let's see if I can. No. So, all right, I think this is part of it. So committing to your living. When you truly commit to your living, you close the back door to you. Most of us are living our lives with the back door open, which is I can leave anytime. But who are you leaving? You're leaving you. Committing to your life is deciding it's important to you, so you will not quit. Never give in, never give up, and never quit. Everywhere you've tried to create the back door so you could leave you, which isn't serving you, will you now destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, tough, off, all nine truths, voice, and beyond. And what have you made so vital, valuable, and real about the order of having a life that keeps you from the chaos that would allow you to be committed enough to your life to truly live? And everything that is time for that zillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, tough, off, all nine truths, voice, and beyond. Okay, so I think we can go through the actual manual now and see. Okay, so right and wrong, we okay, we went through this already, right? What will this choice create? Okay, 4 sources for creation. The 4 sources for creation: question, choice, possibilities, and then contribution. And one of the tools is, if I choose this, what would my life be like in 5 years? Get the energy of that, whichever is lighter. And if I don't choose this, what would my life be like in 5 years? So it might be lighter for you to choose it. You still have a choice, so you don't have to choose whatever is light. You can still choose the thing that's not so light and then see what that creates. When you ask, there's a lightness, like it expands. And the one that is expansive is the choice usually you should go for or go for. When you are willing to receive the contribution of the universe, you can receive everything. Contribution is not a doing. Contribution is an awareness of what you can be and receive at all times. So here's what you can do when you have a question and you don't get a clear yes or no. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can my body and I be to have total clarity and ease with all of this for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine truths, voice, and beyond. And this is one of the great clearings to, okay, actually, it won't let me copy it. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can my body and I be to be out of control, out of limitation, out of form, structure, and significance, out of linearity, out of concentricities for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine truths, voice, and beyond. 4 questions. And these are the 4 questions. That's the basic questions. You can use it for anything. Anything. I have a friend who's done access classes for maybe 12 years or more, and he still asks this every single time. Like, what is this? What can I do with this? Can I change it? If so, how can I change it? These, like, you know, maestros, people who are maestros, so they've taken the class with the highest prerequisites and access, and they still use these 4 questions every single time. So once you know this, you can use this for anything that comes up. So what is this? What can I do with this? Can I change it? If so, how can I change it?
Can I
Perceiving,
ask
knowing,
something?
being, and receiving.
So whenever I ask those questions, I draw a blank completely. I don't know, because of that, I don't like using it because I guess my question is, how do you use the questions?
You just ask it. So
Yeah.
are you using that blank to keep you from actually asking the question?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so you just choose not to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So how many times have you used the questions and you actually got an awareness?
Maybe once.
Okay. So have you acknowledged that that happened?
No, I can't recall
Okay.
the time when I actually used it. That's why I said maybe.
Okay. So you would rather focus on all the times where it doesn't work and focus on all the drama and all the problems than to actually choose something different. I mean, that's just what I'm
Yeah.
from everything that you've been saying. Okay, so that's a choice and that's fine. When you have enough trauma and drama and suffering, maybe you'll choose something different.
Yeah. I think I've had enough.
Okay. So what's a different choice that you can make?
A different choice I could make? Well,
Yep.
to ask the questions.
Okay, so what's another different choice you can make?
To literally just do something fun, even if it doesn't make
Okay.
sense.
And what's another choice that you can make that's different?
Another choice I can make? Well, I could ask other questions.
Okay. Well, what happens if you get the same thing and it's blank and then you're confused?
I could clear that.
Okay, so you already know what to do.
I already do know what to do. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so everywhere you're still looking for that guru or that slave
Oh my
master
goodness.
to tell you everything to do, will you just try and uncreate that, please?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, bliss, and beyond. So there's, there's this pattern of your, looking for someone greater instead
tell
of
it.
actually, being your awareness, being your knowing, being all of you that's more powerful than all of those gurus and whatnots that you've created in your entire life. So what would it take for you to actually choose that and choose you?
To just make a choice.
Okay, cool. So when can you choose it?
When? Now?
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do a 17 and 18. So you're going to have no choice but to be that and actually choose it. Okay? Are you ready?
No choice. That's funny.
Are you ready? You ready? Okay.
I forgot what a 17 and 18 is.
Everybody, come on. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There you go.
What is
Now you don't have a
17?
choice.
I completely forgot.
I think
Okay,
every clearing would, like, if it was attached to a clearing in a number, it would be more powerful. And thanks for that, Jason, because I think we could all use that.
You're welcome.
Okay. So receiving, knowing, being, and receiving. I think we have gone through this. So thoughts are the lower harmonic of knowing. Feelings are the lower harmonic of perceiving. Emotions are the lower harmonic of being. Sex and no sex are the lower harmonic of receiving. Anytime you're doing thoughts, feelings, emotions, sex, or no sex as your functional point of view, you're being less than you could choose to be. Okay, humanoids, humans, and techies. So humanoids always judge themselves. They're the ones who are actually creating something different. Humans always judge everybody else. Humans know that they're always right. And they also don't like change. So humans and techies are dynamically committed to maintaining this reality and not letting it change. Techies are the people who say whatever they need to say to get whatever it is that they want. Their target is to destroy the planet. So these are like big pharmaceuticals or things like Monsanto, where they have like, you know, the pesticides and things that are killing the ground and the planet. And they're just all about the bottom line and never about creating a greater reality or a greater planet and healthier planet for everyone. Okay, so those are just, you know, every time we use a humanoid or a techie or humans, it's just how it's not, it's kind of like the difference between a cow and a horse. So they both have 4 legs, they both eat grass, but they just are totally different in how they be. So, okay. Humans will do the same thing over and over again, not expecting any change. Humanoids will do something once and expect everything to change. So one of the ways to motivate a humanoid is to say, you can't do it. You know what, you're right, you can't do it. And then, and they'll try to do whatever they can to actually, you know, prove you wrong. Because that's how you motivate them. So humanoids always think they're wrong and everybody else is right. As a humanoid, you need to have at least 10 things going on in your life. So that could be businesses, or it could be investments, you know, all sorts of things, like 10 different projects going on at the same time, at least. Sometimes even more. Like Gary and Dane have, I think, up to 15 businesses. They have Airbnb properties, they have the ranch, they have the castle, they have the El Lugar. They have a restaurant that's that they're trying to make it like a Michelin star restaurant, because their chef is actually, you know, used to work at a Michelin star, I think. And then they have properties all over the world. They have, you know, access, and access is split into 3 different major corporations all over the globe. So they have a lot of things going on. What can I add to my life today that would make everything fun for me and make me more money than God with total ease? The only reason we fail at anything is because we cut off our awareness. Otherwise, you don't fail. You can't fail. You're a humanoid. Sorry, humanoids don't fail. They just quit before they get to success. Okay. So, which ones of these have we gone over? I think everything already on this page. Have we gone through victim, victimizer, and control yet? No? Okay. All right, so we'll do that. Gaslighting, and we have done entities. We did that yesterday. Okay, so victim, victimizer, and control. Okay, so let me just plug in the computer. During this morning session, my computer almost died in the middle. It was really funny. Okay, so nothing happens to us, we create it all. We create it not from consciousness, we may create it from unconsciousness or anti-consciousness, but we create it all, good, bad, ugly, it's all your creation. So victim, victimizer, and control. How many people do you know tell you you're a victim and then use that to victimize and control you? Or they're a victim. Most people who say they are a victim are using that as a way of controlling you. So they become the victimizer who controls you. And they'll say, oh, I've been abused, so you need to take care of me. Or they go, oh, everybody else abused me and everybody else is mean to me. That's why I'm making you pay for all of my monthly bills and my expenses, and why I need a house and why I need a room and why I need you to pay for my food because I've been victimized and I can't do it myself. And you go, okay, everything that brought up or let down, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and POC, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. So how many of you have tried to take care of somebody who was a victim? They never get over it because all they do is find other ways to victimize you and get more out of you. So everything that is, time for God's billion, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. So gaslighting. The purpose of gaslighting is when somebody tries to lock you out of being. What jails are you using to create the dominance of E equals MC squared as always believing those who gaslight you, never using gaslighting when it works for you, and always assuming that gaslighting must be true, are you choosing? And everything that is, times like a billion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and POC, all nine tricks, boys, and beyond. Okay. And then when they're around somebody who you knew and that used to be close to you, and all of a sudden that person would feel distant from you. So these people, the people who are gaslighting you, are actually using that to manipulate the people who used to be close to you. So they do this to kind of get that person who's getting gaslighted to be ostracized from all of his or her friends. So one of the movies I recommend is the Gaslighting movie with Ingrid Bergman. I think it's on here. Yes, Gaslight with Ingrid Bergman and Charles Boyer. And when you're watching it, please have your bars run. The main character is really insidious. He's like, one of those like with the mustache and like old school, they're up to no good. So understanding why they do it does not help at all because there's no why. They just choose to do it. There's no reason, there's no justification, they're just doing it. So gaslighting is a way to take away your choice. This particular awareness is part of the foundation you need to be aware of how you've been treated in this world by certain people and how you bought points of view. So it's not personal. People don't abuse you because of you. They do it because you're the most convenient target. Sometimes they choose you because you're the most powerful. And if they could abuse someone who is powerful, then they feel powerful. So what's the antidote? Awareness. And awareness is interesting point of view. At the other foundation class, we were talking about interesting point of view. And there's this book that came up that Gary recommends. It's called The Alexandria Quartet. And it's about 5 different points of views of what happened. Like, so it's the same event that happened, but you get, you read the story from that one particular point of view. So you only see, what's going on from that person's point of view. So if you're an interesting point of view, you're actually aware of all the different points of views. That's why it's interesting point of view, it's awareness. Otherwise, you only see what fits into your point of view. So that's why interesting point of view is a really amazing tool to just incorporate into your daily life. Okay. So another antidote is to just create your life. If you look back at all the gaslighting you've received and you resist and react to that, or you get really pissed off, then you're trying to figure it out, you're stopping your life, you're stopping your creation. But if you actually, you know what, that happened? Okay, what can I create now? And you create your life. The best way to get back at people is to actually create your life and be rich and happy. So what can you choose so that you can be rich and happy? So another antidote to gaslighting, ask a question, be in the question. You become the antidote and the immunization to this reality. Oh, and the greatest antidote is become rich and happy. Okay, energy flows, we did. Walking, psychomex, manipulation we did, correct? I think so. I don't have the chat open.
I don't think we did manipulation.
Okay.
Also, Annie, can you share an example of what gaslighting is?
Okay. So, okay.
You could turn on the news.
Yeah. So, yeah. What happened? What happened with the whole fake news thing? That's a form of gaslighting. It's it's actually taking away people's awareness on a situation. You're saying that no, don't trust that news. Trust this news. This is the only news you should trust. So it's basically anywhere where you're not being more aware and your choice is being limited. Actually, all the censorship that they're doing on social media, that's a form of gaslighting because it's taking away your choice and only allowing you to see this particular thing that fits. If you want like an example with people, that movie Gaslighting, like eventually that the main character starts to believe that she's crazy because the the person who's gaslighting her keeps moving things from the room and then moving it back and saying that, did you steal this? Are you like, did you move that? And like, always accusing that person of something that, they're not doing. Okay, so manipulation. If you don't do manipulation, you will be manipulated. If you think manipulation is bad, then other people will manipulate you. Everywhere you've decided that manipulation is wrong, bad, terrible, mean, and awful, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. And everything you've decided about manipulation and how wrong and bad it is, and everywhere you decided that if you were just honest enough, everything would work out wonderfully with everyone and everybody would treat you nice. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and boss, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Humanoids always have the point of view. If I'm just nice enough, everybody will be nice. And if I'm honest enough about everything and what everything and say what's really for me, everything will work out just fine. And everybody will get what I'm talking about. So how many of you have sworn to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God forever? Okay, so every one of you who took those oaths, vows, fealties, communities, swearings, commitments, binding and bonding contracts, and marriages, will you destroy and uncreate all of them and revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, denounce, destroy and uncreate it? Time for God's million. right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So lie to everybody else and be bluntly honest with you. Everything that brought up, well, he just trying to create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. Has anybody ever experienced, at some point in their life where people believed the lies, and every time you were telling the truth, nobody believed it? No one? Like how many people in the world would rather believe a lie than actually be aware of what's true? A lot more than you actually think. So everything that brought up, right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So lie to everybody else and be bluntly honest with you. Everything that brought up, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So another way of saying this is just tell people what they can receive. And always be truthful and honest with yourself. So arrogance. Arrogance. What jails are you using to create the dominance of E equals MC squared? In order to make arrogance, the arrogance you actually are, the wrongness you think you're supposed to be in order to fit into this reality. Everything that is times by God's billion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine tricks, boys and beyond. Arrogance is walking in knowing you own the world. Everything you think is wrong about you is what is strong about you. How much of your strength and your strongness do you deny to live as though you belong in this reality? Everything that is times by God's billion, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, all nine truths, boys and beyond. And if you're strong, that does not make you arrogant, it just makes you strong. How many of you are trying to fit in when you're actually misfits? And everything you've done to avoid being the misfit, when the misfit is the greatest strength, would you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine truths, boys and beyond. And how many of you are trying to prove that you are not arrogant by being pathetic? And everything that brings up right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. Everything you've done to choose pathetic so you're not arrogant, when in actuality you are arrogant, and rightfully so, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. And how many of you are using your energy against you so you can't have the arrogance and the joy of possibility that is actually yours? And everything that is times by God's billion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine tricks, boys and beyond. Okay, I'm pretty sure we did that. How about secrets? I think we have.
Yeah, I don't remember doing the altruism though.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So altruism, sympathy, empathy, compassion, and help. They're all superior positions because you have to judge. So altruism, do you give indiscriminately or do you give to those who have less than? Sympathy, to have sympathy for someone, you have to see them as less than you. And empathy, to have empathy for something, you have to be able to judge whether they deserve the empathy or not. Compassion is the idea of how can I just see, let me count the ways. To be compassionate for people, you have to see them as less than you. You cannot see them as your equal. To help someone means that you have to look at them as less than they can be, because if someone is unwilling to help themselves, you cannot truly help them. You can only give help to them what they can receive. And if they can receive it, they will destroy. If they can't receive it, they will destroy it to prove that they don't deserve it. So instead of all of those, what if we can be the caring that we can be for people? So let's see. Having awareness of somebody is different. It is their choice. Empowerment is not superior. Empowerment is, this is what they choose. They will choose it as long as they choose it until they are ready to unchoose it. Let's find the caring we can be for people who don't have what we have. Um, so it's kind of like that that parable of you know, giving a man a fish and teaching a man to fish. So with empowerment, you're actually giving them the tools to change it. And that doesn't mean that you don't give to people who are in need. It just means that you become aware of it. So like the help, um, you only give to them what they can receive. Otherwise, it's actually going to backfire. So be aware of what your choice will create with those people too, and what future you're creating. And what if, what if you do show compassion, and that's actually what's going to open their universe to receiving more? And that's okay, but that's living from the question and not, oh, that person requires, my help. And that's from the point of view of having that conclusion. Okay, well, that person it fits all this category of requiring my help. I'm going to help them. It's instead looking into what they can receive, what change it would create, and then being the energy required and the caring required to actually contribute that. Okay, so secret, immortal soul, did we go over this? Maybe? I thought we went over a lot of stuff. Okay, so does anybody remember this? No? Okay, immortal soul. It's the idea that you have an immortal soul and that it continues all your past into your future. Okay, so how many jails are you using to create the dominance of E equals MC squared for the perfection of the immortal soul as the way to avoid the infinite being of infinite possibilities and infinite choice? Do you truly be everything that is times the God's billion? Will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, all nine, choice, and beyond. Okay, so it's basically, how you come back lifetime after lifetime. Okay, so all right. I don't even know where to start with this. So get the energy of the immortal soul. Get that energy, and now get the energy of being an infinite being. So what is bigger? Immortal soul or infinite being? Which is more spacious? So the immortal soul is a way to maintain the limited you from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. So how many of you are now willing to let go of your immortal soul? Okay, so let's give it on up to Jesus, Yahweh, Ganesh, Kali, whatever god or goddess will take it. Okay, so on 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After class. I think we talked a little bit about this. It's so after class, people will perceive that there's a change. Like this is a very energetic class, and it's also a lot of information. So when we used to have it live, then people would, travel to wherever it is, spend 4 days, and then go home. So what we're asking is that you don't go back home, you go forward to wherever that place you're staying is. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is you've changed, and most of the people around you don't want you to change. You changing means that they can't locate you in time and space. A lot of people will try to make you go back to the way you used to be. Don't buy it. And if there are people who are really close to you and connected to you, and you want to be willing to give them what they require energetically, so they know you're still here. Okay, and then you just send them an energetic email. So like imagine connecting to them energetically and just tell them, I'm still here, I'm still me, and I still love you. Okay, it just might be a little different. So what energy can I be to allow them to still feel connected to me with total ease? Right, wrong, good, bad, punk, talk, all nine, trips, voice, and beyond. Being a healer, I think we've done. Okay, yeah. This says, and this empaths and healer, tracking, and PBSS. Okay, great. And we did the 10, yes, 10 keys to freedom and distractor implant, right?
We talked about them other places, but I don't remember if we did this section.
I don't remember
Okay,
going over the distractor implants.
okay, so we can do this really quickly. I like the other section for this, so. Okay, so. Distractor implant. So how many feelings and relational digitizations and vibrational hypnotic Archimedean spirals are you using to lock and load distractor implants of anger, rage, fury, hate, blame, shame, regret, guilt, addictive, compulsive, obsessive, perverted points of view, love, sex, jealousy, and peace, life, death, living, reality, fear, doubt, business, and relationship that alters you from the gift of chaos that gives total choice in every moment of every day. And everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Please, right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, all nine, tricks, bliss, and beyond. As long as you're trying to run your life from any of the distractor implants, you're making your life the smallest coin it could be. Basically, you are creating a postage stamp life. Distractor implants are things you cannot handle or change. They remove your choice and make you non-functional. Especially things like doubt or fear. If you are functioning from a distractor implant, you can't ever get truth or clarity about what's going on. Distractor implants are everything that is designed to lock you into this reality. All distractor implants are designed to take you out of being you. Distractor implants are designed to get you into judgment of you, not into handling what's actually there. So, anger, rage, fury, hate. Fear is what covers up potency. Anger, rage, fury, and hate keep you from choosing to expand to every area of your life. And so every time you have anger, most of the time people try to compress it and contract it and make it smaller, or put a lid on it so you don't actually explode on everyone. So instead of doing that, what if you expand out and you actually ask, okay, so what is this anger? Is it a distractor implant? Is it, am I picking it up from someone else? Is this potency that I'm misidentifying as anger? Is there a lie I'm aware of? Okay, or there something that's not true that I'm aware of? So all of those are questions you can ask if you do have anger, rage, fury, or hate. And then I think let me just read the rest of this, and then I'm pretty sure. No, there's not. It's not on here. Okay. So there's a section where there's all the clearing. Okay. Blame, shame, regret, and guilt covers up the intensity of hate. So a compulsive, obsessive, perverted points of view. So those cover up awareness, love, sex, jealousy, and peace. Sex covers up all the places where you can have the expansiveness of being. If you do sex from expansion, orgasms will be 10 times greater. Not sure, haven't tried that before. Life, death, living in reality. You cover up your awareness in favor of other people's awarenesses. Fear, doubt, business, and relationships. Fear is to keep you from choosing to expand every area of your life. Doubt hides commitment. So everywhere that you have doubt, you're actually hiding how you could be committed. So that's how you destroy your willingness to create beyond this reality. Okay, so okay, so let me see where the ones with the clearing. What have you made so valuable, real, and vital? About anger, rage, fear, and hate, blame, shame, regret, and guilt, addictive, compulsive, obsessive, perverted points of view, love, sex, jealousy, and peace, life, death, living, reality, fear, doubt, business, relationship that keeps you from creating eternally the need of the rightness of discordance as your reality, and everything that brings up right, wrong, good, bad, all powerful, nine truths, voice, and beyond. Okay, so here you go. So as long as you're being run by distracted implants, you have no creative freedom. It keeps you from creating beyond the limitation you've already decided is greater than you. What have you made so vital, valuable, and real about the orders of anger, rage, fury, hate, blame, shame, regret, and guilt, addictive, compulsive, obsessive, perverted points of view, love, sex, jealousy, and peace, life, death, living, reality, fear, doubt, business, relationship that keeps you from the chaos of having total choice and total creative freedom, even though you don't want to know it. And everything that is, times the God's billion, will you destroy and create it all, please? Great, wrong, good, bad, fuck, all nine truths, voice, and beyond. And look at what's underneath, not what's causing it. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought there was one with a lot more. Okay. Okay, so we have distractor implant. I'm pretty sure we did the five elements of intimacy. Or did we?
I don't think so.
Okay. Wow. All right. So, okay. Actually, let's take a 15-minute break, and then we'll come back, and then we'll go through this. Okay. So, all right. Okay, so welcome back. And okay, so 5 elements of intimacy. Okay. So the 5 elements of intimacy are honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, and vulnerability. If you have these elements, you can have an amazing relationship with someone. If you don't, you cannot. So love is not one of them. Love does not create intimacy, it creates judgment. Like, because with love, it's like how you love someone changes with who that person is. Like the love that you might say, I love you, to a child is different from an adult, which is different from someone of the opposite sex or the same sex, someone who's older, someone who's younger. You have to have a judgment of what the correct love is. And most people have that. Okay. But when you say gratitude, true gratitude, the gratitude that's expansive and that is the truth of you, it's always the same for each person that you're grateful for. And when you're in gratitude of someone, when you have gratitude for someone, you're, you know, there's no judgment, it's just gratitude. Okay. Let me see if I can find, give me a second. So I'm going to switch to this window. Let me see if I can do that. Where is it? Hmm. Okay, so you guys get to see how crazy my desktop is because I don't know any other way to. Okay. So there you go. This is not a relationship done different class, but we're just going to have this on here because it has the stuff on 5 elements of intimacy. So by the way, I'm going to be able to facilitate relationships on different classes in the next couple of months. That I'm really excited about that because I love this topic. Okay. Five elements of intimacy. So the 5 elements of intimacy are honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, vulnerability. Okay, so love's not one of them. Sex and copulation is not one of them. You create intimacy by creating an intimate relationship with yourself. So you're vulnerable with yourself, you trust yourself, you're in allowance of yourself and all of your choices. And you have an honoring of yourself and you have gratitude for yourself. So honor is to treat somebody with regard, not with judgment. It is not to treat your mate with disrespect. And for you, it's to treat yourself with regard. So, you know what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and you stand up for yourself in a way that's caring for you and for everybody around you. So trust is knowing what the person will do, including what you will do and what you are choosing and what you will choose. Okay, it's not about, this is the right thing to do. I'm gonna do that because that's the right thing to do. That's not trust. Trust not blind faith. It's knowing that they're going to be the same person tomorrow that they were today, and not thinking that because you love them so much, they will change. Allowance has no point of view. Allowance is everything they say or do is just an interesting point of view and has no relationship to you. And with allowance, total allowance, you have total awareness. Gratitude is the place in which you are grateful for the other person for showing up in your life, grateful for having them anytime you have them with no judgment. And unlike love, gratitude can only exist without judgment. When you don't have gratitude for you, you can't have it for anyone else. If you don't have gratitude, you have to judge. If you're grateful for someone in your life, they don't have to be perfect. You're grateful for who they are, the way they show up. Vulnerability is being willing to receive anything, including the fact that the person is an asshole and that you're an asshole sometimes. In vulnerability, you're willing to show up, warts and all, and not try to prove that you're perfect, not try to prove that you've got it all together, but be there with a sense of no walls, no barriers, no wrongness, no rightness. Vulnerability is not about being a doormat. You can say, I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me, that's not acceptable. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, and possibilities can your body and you be to be the honor, the trust, the allowance, the gratitude, and the vulnerability of total presence for all eternity. And everything that does allow that, right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, all nine tricks, boys, and beyond. I don't think I can, oh, I can't. That's weird, I couldn't switch tabs. Okay. Okay, does anybody have any question about intimacy? Or if you'd like to go a little bit more into it? What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can your body and you be to be aware of everything with no point of view for all of eternity? Everything that doesn't allow that, right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Have we gone through the comfortable distance?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So all of the relationship type things. Okay, comfortable distance. It's funny how Dr. Dane actually explained this during a live class. So he was on the stage, and then he was, he had a person on the stage too, and he was talking about how they were close, and then when they got too close, he would do this funny dance and kind of hop backwards and show how that's what we do when we do comfortable distance. It's like we get together close and then we like come apart because it's too close. Oh my gosh, we're getting too much like communion. We have to do something different and like actually separate again. So all relationships are the distance between two objects that are comfortable for you. When you do comfortable distance, it's where you eliminate honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, vulnerability in some way. Hi, you can come in. What is that? Okay. All right, that was my oldest. What are you using to create comfortable distance from others that keeps you from having all of you? Everything that is, time for God's zillion, will you destroy and create it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. Like, I know for me, this is still something that I'm dealing with, like the comfortable distance. And I actually ask a lot of questions about separation and wanting to be separate and all of those different energies. That's the opposite of communion, because that's like in my universe, that's what's been going on a lot. So, you know, there's people who come in and out of my life that I actually, you know, start avoiding after a certain time. Like, to leave the relationship.
You're breaking up a bit,
Like,
Annie.
oh no, I can't work with you anymore. Sorry. Oh, okay. Is this better? Okay. Yeah. So it's just you know, I find ways to actually cut off that relationship and create that comfortable distance. So comfortable distance is one of the ways you avoid true relationship. And a relationship could be with really, am I breaking up again? No, okay. A relationship, I think I called it relationship. Which is funny because I did a class with Connor about that. It was called relationship. So comfortable distance is one of the ways you avoid true relationship. What jails are you using to create the dominance of E equals MC squared for the creation of comfortable distance between us? Am I choosing? And everything that is times I got zillion, will you destroy and create it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So the jail's clearing on between blank. You can put in all of these, you know, between you and your future, between you and money, between you and ease, between you and possibility. So you can put that in there, and then you can also put other people's names in there, like between you and your parents, between you and your significant other, between you and your children, between you and your coworkers, whatever it is that you'd like to put in there. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So what am I refusing to receive that I could receive, that if I would receive it would create no distance between me and total awareness for all of eternity? And everything that is times I got zillion, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. And you can also put, instead of no distance between me and blank, you can put people's names in there, you and your future, you and money, you and ease, you and possibility, you and yourself, whatever it is that you would like to put in here. So those are really amazing clearings that I would recommend to you. What jails are you using to create the dominance of E equals MC squared of creating of what jails are you using to create the dominance of E equals MC squared as only spurning others to maintain the rightness and freedom and separation and righteousness of you, from you, are you choosing? And everything that is times I got zillion, will you destroy and create it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. Phew. Okay, so spurning is where you go. I'm not going to be with you. I don't like you, not at all. I'm spurning you, get away from me. I'm disregarding you, you are spurned. And so you shove them over there and you're like, fuck you. Yes, so that's burning, and that's totally 180 degrees from no exclusion. So how many of you have ever done the fuck you point of view to somebody who was, you know, like trying to love you or trying to care for you or trying to be there for you? And how many of you did it to one of those very few people in your life that truly did care about you, that was different than everybody else, that truly desired the best for you? And you're like, no fucking way, that can't be real. They're lying to me. They must really want something else from you. And everything that is times I got zillion, will you just try and create it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay. So this is one of the major ways that we actually keep ourselves from having people in our lives that will contribute to us, that will be kind and caring to us, that honor, acknowledge us, and have the 5 elements of intimacy with us. And usually you start spurning someone, okay, because of the comfortable distance and because there's one or more of those 5 elements of intimacy that you're not being with that person or with yourself. Okay. So everything that I brought up, right, wrong, good, bad, POD, online, church, boys, and beyond. Okay. So have we done X-Men? No? Okay. So X-Men are kids who have autism or Asperger's. So they're different. My oldest is actually on the spectrum. So he's very high functioning. So these are the kids who are really different. They don't like to be touched, or they only like certain sensations, like certain what do you call it? Like certain textures.
Materials.
Yeah, like textures and materials. They don't look people in the eye. They're not very interested in communicating or socializing. So they don't have right and left brain function. They have whole brain function. And they don't see the world the same way that others do. So you can't really appeal to their logical mind because they don't have one. If you try to use to show them reason and justification and be rational with them, it's not gonna work. It's just gonna go in like a circle, and it's going to annoy the both of you. So how many of you are actually X-Men to some capacity and you've never acknowledged it? Maybe you have superpowers. Okay, so autistic kids read your mind and they communicate telepathically. So my oldest, like he would you know, be really excited, and it seems like there's nothing he's excited over, and then all of a sudden the doorbell rings, and then he runs over. He's the first one to open it, and then there's someone there, and oftentimes like he would just be like, oh, so and so is coming, and then like 5 minutes later that person will show up at the door. So it always happens like that. It's really funny. And oh, speaking of, now Jason's asking me to open the door. Okay, so I will be back, but I mean I can still talk about. I think that's why my my oldest opened the door before. It's automatically. Okay. All right. So they don't do increments, they do whole day. The best way to communicate with them is to actually mentally send them a picture of what you want them to do, and send them a picture of how the whole day will look like. And then they'll get it right away, very quickly. So how much energetic awareness do you have? How much capacity do you have to communicate with things energetically that you have tried to cut off or you have cut off? And how much energy have you used against you to do it? And everything that is times a godzillion. Will you destroy and create it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, all nine truths, boys, and beyond. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you in your body be to be the beyond this reality X man or woman you truly be with total ease. And everything that doesn't allow that times like a zillion will you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pause, all nine truths, boys, and beyond. And there's more on X-Men is a specialty class that you can take. And there's more information about it on the Access Consciousness website. So future. Is there something, is this what something we've went over already? No, okay. So future. What can I be or do today to create the future I know is possible right away? If you are not creating a future, or if you're not creating tomorrow today, what you come up against is nothing that you like. So does anybody here like get surprised about what's gonna happen the next day? Or, you know, like it's the end of the month and you don't have enough to pay for your bills. That happens when you're not creating for tomorrow. You're just, you know, trying to create from the past. You're like, oh my gosh, a week ago I'm supposed to have, you know, $100. So you're creating from a week ago. What if you start creating for the future? Like, what if you start creating 3 months in advance? You know, sometimes
This
you
is
have
not
to.
a wedgie.
What was that?
This is definitely not a wedgie.
Yeah.
And it tells
So-
me this a lot.
If you're not creating tomorrow today, what you come up against is nothing that you like. If you want a better life, choose today what will create a better life tomorrow. And sometimes it doesn't make sense. What choices do I have now that I've never had before? What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be to have all of this come to fruition with total ease? And everything that does not allow that, times a God's billion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, all nine shirts, boys, and beyond. You get to know the future. You don't get to create it the way you want it, but you can choose towards it. And that's the difference. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be that would allow me to create a reality beyond this reality that would create a future I have never known for all eternity? And everything that doesn't allow that, times the God's billion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pun and pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. The future lies in what you can invent, not in what you can do. Okay, how about ask? Have we gone over this? No, oh no. Okay, I thought we went over a lot of these things. Okay, but we're actually, so if we end today with this, is that okay with everybody? I think we're after this, we're pretty much done with the manual, and then we can use tomorrow and just ask questions and explore more topics. Okay, so okay, and then we'll talk about other things after this. So ask. Creation is not a process. Creation is choice. Whenever you choose, you are creating. So choice creates, choice creates, choice creates. As soon as you choose, the energy of the universe tries to support you. So when you choose something, that's the energy of the creation. That's chaos. Choosing is chaos energy. So when you choose something, when you ask for something, because asking for something is literally the same thing as choosing it. Would you ask for something that you're not choosing? Sometimes unconsciously, but you're still okay. But would you ask for something that you're not choosing? Usually you're asking for something that you're already choosing and you already choose it. because you asked it. Okay, so as you do more access, you're going to have all kinds of things popping into your head that are awarenesses. Maybe of a limited point of view, maybe of a limitation followed by a possibility you would like to have. You get an awareness of something, you get a sense of it. Okay, cool, I'll have that. Universe, thanks. So I was at a COP, so that's choice of possibility. And I was just taking care of the kids while being in class. And then all of a sudden, some other parent came by and said, you know what, I've just been noticing you and you have such an ease with parenting. I'll have some of that, please. And then he actually asked, hey, would you like me to just take your stroller around and like, you know, take it around? And I'm like, sure, thanks. So like a complete stranger just took the stroller and was walking the baby around the room. So it was like a large, I think there was enough for maybe 500 people. So it was a really large room with like a stage with the lights and everything. And yeah, so it's just that you have an awareness of something, awareness of an energy that someone's being, and you can just say, oh, I'll have some of that. What is a person, or think of a person that you really look up to, and get the energy of one thing that they're being that you're really like, wow, that's something that I would like to be. Okay, so get the sense of that energy and just be like, okay, cool, I'll have that. Universe, can I please have that? Can you show me more of that? Okay, you asking for that is the choice that starts the creation of that coming into your life. It's not about the how, it's about the choice to ask and the request that you make. When there is a possibility of opening for that door, you get the awareness of, cool, it's here. Or when the point of view comes that's limiting it, like, oh, you know what, that person's so great and I'm not, that's never going to happen. That's the point of view that's coming up, you're aware of it, now you can clear it. Okay, you know what, whatever that is, pot and pock. Oh, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all nine tricks, boys and beyond. Phew. Okay. Okay. So whenever that limiting point of view comes up, then you can pot and pocket and destroy and uncreate it, and then choose something different if that's required, or just be more of the space that you're asking for. So it's not about the how, it's about being spaced. It's about the gentle request. It's about relaxation. It's about, okay, cool, I'll have more of that, please. So does everybody get like a sense of how much easier and how like it's just that instead of that force, have to do it this certain way and it can't be any other way? So try it this way, where it's just gentle request. You get an awareness. Okay, I like that energy. I'll have more of that, please. And everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that, and have total ease and clarity with it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all nine tricks, boys and beyond. The universe has your back and wants to support you. So when you ask a question and you make a choice, and the choice you make is starting to actualize into reality and will. So whatever that brings up, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all nine tricks, boys and beyond. Okay, so manifestation is how something shows up. Actualization is that something shows up. So manifestation is kind of like controlling how it shows up, you know, like, oh, what is that? Like a lot of people say like manifest it now or something. You know, there's all this information about manifesting it. So it's basically how to control it so it looks like you're creating it in a linear fashion. So everything that that brings up, and how you actually want to control how it looks or how it comes into being, instead of allowing it to come the way that it comes, fully destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, possible, nine shorts, place, and beyond. So the question is, what do I, what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I and my body be to actualize this with total ease? Okay, and that, with that question, you have a knowing that whatever it is will actually, come here. It will actualize in your reality. It will be in your reality. So everything that doesn't allow you to realize that you can get everything you really desire if you ask for it and know how to ask for it, so you receive it, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shorts, voice, and beyond. And it never looks like the way you think it's going to. It never shows up the way you think it's going to. Okay, cool. So we're leaving off on page 76. Okay, cool. So is there, like, what time works for everybody to do the to have that little dance party thing? Like, we have a couple of people who are in European time zone, so like, is it okay if we go a little, like, maybe in the morning? Like, does that time work for you, Patrick?
I'm free after like 8:15. Yeah.
8:15? Okay, cool. So, okay, so maybe we can schedule it but if everybody can hop on the same Zoom around like 8:30, is that okay? So 8:30 a.m., which would be 9:30 p.m. Is that okay for you guys in the Philippines? 9:30, okay. And
Yes,
then
yes.
and then that will be 10:30 a.m. in Brazil. Okay, cool. So we'll do our dance party. We finished the foundation. Okay, we're premature. We haven't finished it, but we're gonna have the party before we finish. So thank you very much. Thank you so much for everything, for being here, and for your energy, and for everything you're contributing and changing. How does it get any better?
So tomorrow
I
is only
guess. So tomorrow we're just gonna meet for just to do that dance thing and to have fun and to meet, like, because the other people haven't met the people who are in the morning. So it's kind of like a coming
So
together.
the end of the session is now here from the foundation.
Oh.
Then
This is the end for this session, but tomorrow we're gonna have another one, the same time.
oh, okay.
Yes, so same time tomorrow. We'll see you guys for the final day of foundation, and then at 9:30 p.m. Manila time, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, 10:30 a.m. Brazilian time. We'll be meeting for our dance party. So, how much can we change by being happy?
Yes.
All right, so bye everybody, and we'll send messages out to remind everyone. All right, bye.
Good question, please.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear. What was it?
For the morning class tomorrow, you still have it? We still have
Yes,
it?
we'll have it, and then we'll just take that little break in between to
Okay, cool. All right.
okay. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.